Hello, welcome to today's Outlook. I'm going to just quickly go over what I'm looking at. Last few weeks have just been sort of consolidating, getting no momentum anywhere, so just sitting on the sidelines trying to catch the moves out of consolidation. Looking at Euro New Zealand like I was a couple of weeks ago. If we can just look at the most recent support and resistance on the higher time frame, so this daily chart, you see price sat above here. So support turns to resistance. We've had the sweep of this high and failure to close above that. All sort of bearish signs. So got my bias from there. Now I'm taking a look at Monday's low to see if it lines up with anything nice. Yes, it does. We have nice resistance support here. Resistance support. So it lines up quite nicely. So basically just looking for a H1 close above or below Monday's low, and looking to gauge in shorts, and just looking to keep this going to Friday. These lows look quite nice, but like I say, we have no momentum so far, but just sitting on the sidelines being patient and waiting for that move in Euro New Zealand. This is my favourite play, I would say, if it does line up, just because of all these things that confluence. But if it goes higher, then no worries, it doesn't really matter. But that's the idea behind it. Pound yen, sort of similar in the way that we have higher time frame support and resistance here. You can see the support, and as long as price is below that, I'm looking for a move to the downside. We're sort of trapped between two levels though, so not really looking to hold it very long. Support, resistance, support. So between these two levels, looking to play one side and then play the other. So we've come up, we've swept this swing high on the daily and failed to close above that. So looking for some momentum just to play it down to the other side of the range, basically. Monday's low acting as support. We have support. So a H1 close below would confirm, and then looking to play that to the downside. So two sort of things that I'm looking at there. Then I'm going to move on to dollar CAD. I have these two lines marked out, and you'll see where I get them from. I like to sort of trade swing points, so once price breaks a swing point, I look to trade the other side. It's just people usually think when we break a swing point that that's us breaking out. Very rarely the case. And then we have a swing point here. Now the levels come in, we've swept these lows, and we're back above these swing lows. So that consolidating at the moment, but looking for a move either way, basically. So if we're staying above here and being bullish, Monday's high should act as resistance. If we go down, you can see Monday's high lines up nice with support and resistance and those higher time frame levels. Same as Monday's low, them higher time frame levels lining up quite nicely. So if we do break above that H1 and we do get momentum now, the fear is that we just get another week like this, consolidating week, where we just take one side, go the other, take that. So I'm just being sort of patient at the moment. I'm waiting to see what happens. If we can maintain above here, then I'll be looking to take longs. So if we break below here, then all longs are off, and then we'll monitor and see if we can update it, see how it's looking basically. But favouring the upside just because we've swept the higher time frame levels. See on the weekly swept this and back above these two levels, so we would be getting back above this swing low as well, and hopefully that could maybe project us higher. But also these could be acting as resistance. If we do start breaking down, we have those levels to get on board short as well. New Zealand CAD is the last thing that I'm sort of looking at. A similar sort of premise. We have this swing low taken. We have if I can delete something, there we go. you can see this support, major support here, support. We've swept these lows, got back above this. So looking for the upside really. You can see that the higher time frame level cuts right through the middle of Monday. So we'll mark out Monday's high and mark out Monday's low. I'm favouring the upside, so only going to be playing the upside if we break Monday's high. This should act as nice resistance with the higher time frame level as well. You can see the price has just been consolidating and getting this base, looking for the next move out. So got to be on hand to try and catch those explosive moves out of the range, basically. So that is basically it. All that I'm looking at so far. We were looking at EurNzd last week. You can see Monday's range. We said a H1 close and we'd be looking to get long with closing out on Friday. If we didn't get that momentum that we wanted, what negated this was the H1 close back inside. Basically, you can see the support and resistance. This should not be getting closed below if it is truly bullish. We got a few pips, but then it closed back above, and we've just been sort of consolidating, and that's been the same in all the pairs, basically. Pound Aussie as well. We did get in early in the Discord group, but we got no momentum. It just came back and took us out for around break even on Monday's high, before closing out higher. So as long as it stays above this level here, this is sort of the range that we're playing. You have resistance here. We broke below that and then back above. So, you know, as long as it stays above Monday's high, it should shoot higher up into these levels. But not interested in it. Was more interested in it the way it was setting up last week. Just the patterns involved, etc. But just keep an eye on it, just out of interest. So that's basically your lot so far. I'll give you a little update if anything triggers in the Discord group, and wishing you all the best for today.